our lives now. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to yield next to the gentleman from California, Mr. LaMalfa.
Thank you, my colleague from Louisiana, Mr. Johnson. Appreciate you leading this once again as we communicate with American folks the good things we're getting done around here. And that's important. The communication, the openness of the House to the people is a critical element and something we were missing for about 2.5 years around here as the COVID disaster, exacerbated by government action as a disaster, hit this country. Indeed, overreaction has cost us so much economically, so much to the goodwill and the mental state of many of our people. You know, look at the damage that was done to our school kids as they lost basically 2 years out of their lives. And I think that'll be damage that's done to a generation that I don't know how quickly that's going to recover. But we here, Republicans in the majority in the U.S. House, have worked towards restoring people's faith in their government by allowing them to participate. Opening the House, the gallery once again. I could have people from my district here tonight that right wouldn't have been seen just not that many months ago. And so our committee process, open to the people, instead of being done by Zoom or some other effect. Indeed, very important, because there's nothing like being in the room with people to have your witnesses there and have members be able to look at each other and have a dialogue across the way instead of on the internet where you know what the distractions are there. So just that, just reopening the House and bringing it back to the people and open to the people. Tours, people are able to see their capital and just be amazed by what the founders had in mind when you feel the history here of what it's about. But importantly, the policy we worked on this year, the Lower Energy Costs Act. Now, I can't even describe how important energy is to our economy, our way of life, for our culture. All of our forms of energy have made us competitive and strong around the world. It helped us win World War II. It has helped us to become the most competitive and strongest economy ever until we see the damage being done currently by the Biden administration, stopping pipelines, stopping traditional forms of energy, driven by oil and gas. Yes, there's always going to be a place for oil and gas. And what we look at energy projections around the world, it's only going to go up in all the other countries except for the ones that are hamstringing themselves with this Paris Accord business. So energy, a cornerstone of a strong economy and our way of life and our culture. Oil and gas is part of that. Nuclear energy is something that needs to be continued to cultivate that, and the new technology is coming with that. It doesn't have to be a scary thing, oh, the nuclear waste, or it's going to have a meltdown. No, nonsense. These are things that can be continued to be improved on if we have the will to do it. Congress needs to move in helping to fund the type of research, and also the permitting process needs to be streamlined so that these projects can move forward. As we know, with windmills and with solar panels, they don't work all the time. You have to wait for the wind to blow, the sun to come up, or the clouds to go away in order to have those forms of energy. With nuclear power, with hydroelectric, like right now they're trying to tear down dams because of dubious environmental regulations and thoughts in my district. Natural gas, these are cornerstones that you can rely on 24/7 as base load power. So what we're seeing here with this forced conversion to electric vehicles, electric stoves, taking away your gas stove. Look how mad people are going to be at home when they have to cook in a way that doesn't fit how they like or what they're used to or what's efficient. And the latest crazy thing, banning gas generators, is something Biden administration, it seems like they're just copying the craziest of my home state of California. Now, what's a generator for? It's for making electricity, generating electricity. How do you generate electricity? Well, you don't use other electricity to generate electricity. It has to come from a different source, whether it's going to be hydropower, again, what I listed, or a personal generator. It's going to be either gas or diesel or maybe hooked up to your propane tank. It's absurd what's going on. We need to continue to have an energy policy that helps Americans, helps us thrive, and House Republicans are going to keep fighting for that because it makes sense and it makes us stronger. So I appreciate the time to help remind people this is where things really come from, where our economy comes from, our freedom, and our basic lifestyle. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. There's so much wisdom.